I loved space. I was one who would go out every night and dissect the void that was above me. I looked at planets. Saturn was my favorite to observe. I looked at distant galaxies. Seeing all the different colors of space was really indescribable. I think the thing I loved about space the most was the uncertainty of it all. The fact that anything could be happening out there that we couldn't see drove me to observe, to hopefully see something out there to show me that my time was not wasted. I got my wish. One night, as I was oblivious to the world, looking through my telescope at Saturn, something blocked my view. Now, as someone who spends a lot of time looking at the sky, my first thought was clouds. I wouldn't have taken the time to set up my telescope if it was going to be cloudy, though. I decided to move on to Jupiter. Into a couple of minutes of viewing, the same thing happened. Jupiter was completely cut off from view. I looked up from my telescope to see not one cloud in the sky. It's not like these blockings only lasted a couple of seconds, like something was just passing between. These blockings stayed. I was viewing the planet clear as day, and the next thing I knew, all I could see was black. I moved to the moon, and the same thing happened. Now I knew whatever was doing this was very close to the Earth, but for the life of me I could not see it. The only thing I did know was that it was following me, or rather my field of view. It was wanting to be noticed. I decided that was enough for the night and started packing up my telescope and paraphernalia. I looked at my phone to check the time. 12:35. That's where things started to get very unnerving. I'd gone outside at midnight exactly, and it takes some time to set everything up. There's no way that it had only been 35 minutes. As I hauled everything back inside, I noticed all the clocks in the house were stopped at 12:35. Something was wrong. I stepped back outside and I looked back into the black abyss. Everything around me had stopped. The creek water had stopped flowing. I hadn't even noticed the silence. The silence. Oh, the silence. If anything would drive a human mad, it would be this silence. The shadow cast over the only light I had that night, the moon once again. This time it was much, much closer. All the stars I could see earlier were suddenly gone. Suddenly, I felt myself lift off the ground. I was being pulled by this mysterious darkness. What happens next is not for this story, but perhaps a future one. I was returned to Earth once my guide deemed my journey complete. Some things I have seen I cannot repeat, but I will let you know the reason why I am telling you this story. All of the mystery of space was shown to me that night. I was shown the past, present, and future of our infinitesimal existence. Anything you would like to know, I can tell you. I'll start by saying what took me up that day was not aliens. After what I've seen, I'm not even sure if I know what aliens are. What took me was just darkness. Just a shadow controlled by what? I do not know. I'll whet your appetite with a bit of information I learned. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, does in fact have life. Not just microorganisms, but actual beings. Like humans, but with some slight differences. We will meet them, and we will become friends with them. The thing I loved most about space, the unknown, is now gone. I was shown everything. I used to look forward to looking up at the sky every night. Now I can't stand to look up even during the day, for I know what is out there, and I know what is coming. I loved space.